Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're fasting, I hope your fast is going on well. So guys, today's video is on donuts. I want to show you how I make my donuts, and yeah, let's get to it. So for the ingredients, you're going to need 5 cups of flour. Yeah, I sifted my flour. Then you're also going to need butter, 1/4 cup. You're going to need 2 eggs. You're going to need sugar. I'll tell you the measurements. You're going to need warm water, yeast, and you're also going to need milk. So first of all, I'm going to start with putting my yeast inside my flour. I'm using 1.5 tablespoon of yeast. Then I'm going to add in my sugar. Now guys, I put in a little bit of sugar because I'm going to put chocolate on top of my donuts later. I don't want it to be too sugary, so I used like 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar only. If you want more, you can add more. So that's it. Now I'm going to mix this slowly just to make them mix well. Then next I'm going to go in with my butter. Remember, I said this is a 1/4 cup butter. You can melt it or you can put it like this. It doesn't really matter as long as it spreads and mixes well. Then I'm just going to start mixing. I'm using my hands. My hands are clean, and yeah, so I'm mixing that in with the flour. Then I'm adding in my eggs. So guys, if you have a mixer, you can use a mixer. I have a mixer, but I decided just to use my hand, and yeah, mixing that now. Then over here guys, I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of warm water. Make sure your water is warm, shouldn't be hot. Then I'm going in with my 1/2 cup of milk. So guys, I'm going to start kneading my dough, and if you feel like you need more milk or water, you can add either, but make sure it's warm, and just knead your dough as usual and make sure it comes out really soft. Now over here it's coming up real well. I'm going to knead more so that it can be soft. Then guys, after you feel like your dough is soft enough, you're going to cover it with a cling film or a piece of cloth, it doesn't matter, and you're going to leave it for 40 to 45 minutes, and keep it in a warm place so that it can rise quickly. So we just want this to double in size. And now it's 45 minutes later. I have there my flour, I have my donut cutter, I have my rolling pin, and there is my dough. As you can see, it's like 2 times bigger than it was, and that's what we are looking for. So guys, I'm just going to use my rolling pin and flatten it, make it like a big circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle or any perfect shape because you're going to cut it into donut shapes anyway. So that's what I'm using. You can use anything you have, anything that can give you such shapes, and yeah. Then guys, the one that is remaining, I'm going to knead it again for round 2. Now, for now, I'm putting my donuts over. Guys, after doing this and you're getting the perfect donut shape, you're going to let it rise again for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now this is the one that was remaining guys. I'm going to do the same to this one. Okay guys, my donuts are now ready to start frying them and cooking them. Make sure your oil is hot but not too hot, just let it be like, medium. So we are going to cook them until they are like a nice golden brown color, and make sure they've cooked on the inside as well. As you can see over here guys, the color is starting to come up really nice. So I'm just going to repeat that to all my donuts, and then I'll come back and tell you our next step. So guys, these are the last ones, and this is how my donuts turned out to be. Now let's go to the next step. So now guys, let's go to what I'm going to be using as the topping of my donuts. Now over here I have condensed milk. Now condensed milk, you just use it like that, you don't have to do anything to it. And this is the one that I'm using. You can find it in supermarkets. It's sweetened condensed milk. Okay, I try to turn it over. Yeah. And for the chocolate one, I'm going to use cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons. I'm going to need a half a cup of icing sugar, milk. I'm going to need corn flour, and a bar of chocolate. So guys, you see I'm using like a half a cup of icing over here. That's why I didn't put a lot of sugar in my donuts. Now this is condensed milk. It doesn't have a lot to do. So now guys, for the chocolate, I'm just going to put all those in my sufuria first, apart from the bar of chocolate. And I'm going to put in my icing sugar first, half a cup of icing. Then I'm going to put in my cocoa powder. I used 2 tablespoons. And the next step, I'm going to put my corn flour. I used like a tablespoon or half a tablespoon. I'm going to mix this really well so that I can have like fine cocoa powder. Then guys, I'm going to add in my milk gradually as I just mix them. And this is how it should end up looking. Now the next step, I'm going to cut my bar of chocolate into small pieces. And now guys, you have to let it simmer a little bit on really low heat like that until it becomes thick. When it's thick, put in your chocolates and switch off your gas. The chocolate will just melt by itself, and yeah. So now guys, this is how I'm going to do it so that I'm just going to put it on one side. And yeah guys, I used that bar of chocolate was dark chocolate. I just wanted to see how it would turn out. You can use any bar of chocolate, it doesn't have to be that one. So yeah, make sure you place it only on one side of your donuts. Now guys, let's go to the other one, which is the condensed milk. Now I told you condensed milk, you just use it as it is. I'm going to just pour it on my donuts one by one, and it's just going to drip, and yeah, that's enough. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying my Ramadan edition. I hope you share this. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. This is my end results, and they were really yummy. The dark chocolate was okay as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.